You wake up in the morning, full of energy, ready to conquer the day. But then you glance at your to-do list and instantly feel overwhelmed. You rush from tasks to task, answering emails, scrolling your phone, trying desperately to keep up. And at night, when you finally lie down, the painful truth hits. I was busy all day, but did I actually accomplish anything? It feels like running on a treadmill, sweating, exhausted, but going nowhere. And deep inside, a question starts to gnaw at you. Is this all life has to offer? That's when Stephen Covey's words hit differently. He dedicated his life to studying what makes some people truly effective, not just busy, but focused, calm, and successful in every area of life. And he discovered the answer: 7 timeless habits. Habits anyone can practice. Habits that can transform chaos into clarity, stress into peace, and busyness into real results. Today, we'll dive into those 7 habits. By the end, you'll know exactly how to stop surviving and start living with real impact. So, without further delay, let's dive in. Habit 1. Be proactive. Number 1. Be proactive. Most people live life like passengers in a car. When the weather turns bad, they complain. When traffic slows, they get frustrated. When someone cuts them off, their whole day falls apart. Effective people know they're in the driver's seat. Being proactive means stopping the blame game. No more blaming your parents, your boss, or bad luck. Instead, you ask, what can I do right now to change this? Psychologists call this the circle of influence. Some things are outside your control: economy, weather, other people's choices. Other things are inside your control: your effort, your attitude, your response. Highly effective people focus on what they can control. That's why they grow stronger, while everyone else stays stuck. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. Imagine climbing a tall ladder, working day and night to reach the top, only to discover it's leaning against the wrong wall. That's the tragedy of chasing success without direction. Highly effective people don't just ask, what do I want to achieve? They ask, why do I want it? This habit is about having a personal compass, a crystal clear vision of where you want to go, not just in your career, but in your relationships, health, and personal growth. Think of an architect. Before a single brick is laid, there's a blueprint. Without a blueprint, the building falls apart. Your life is no different. If you don't design it, you'll spend years building something only to realize it wasn't what you truly wanted. Habit 3. Put first things first. A professor once placed a jar on his desk and filled it with big rocks. Then he asked, "Is it full now?" The student said, "Yes." Then he poured in pebbles, then sand, then water. Suddenly, the jar held it all. The lesson is simple. If he had started with sand, there would have been no room for the rocks. Your big rocks are the most important parts of your life: health, relationships, deep work, and personal growth. The sand is the small stuff: emails, endless scrolling, tiny errands. Most people fill their jar with sand first. That's why they never have space for what truly matters. Effective people do the opposite. They tackle the big things first, and somehow the small stuff finds its place too. Habit 4. Think win-win. Life often feels like a zero-sum game. When someone else wins, we feel like we've lost. But effective people think differently. They see success not as a limited pie, but as a pie that can grow. This mindset builds trust, opens doors, and strengthens relationships. When you create win-win solutions, people want to work with you, not against you. Think of business partners. If one takes all the profit, the other feels cheated, and the partnership collapses. But when both win, the partnership thrives for years. Win-win isn't about being nice. It's about seeking solutions where both sides leave stronger. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Most people don't listen. They wait for the other person to stop talking so they can reply. Highly effective people listen like a mirror. They reflect what they hear, making the other person feel truly seen, heard, and valued. Psychologists call this empathetic listening. When someone feels genuinely understood, they open up and trust grows. Only then do you share your perspective, because influence doesn't start with talking, it starts with listening. Habit 6. Synergize. A single violin can play a beautiful melody, but when violins, drums, and trumpets come together, they create a symphony. That's synergy. It's the magic that happens when people with different strengths work together. Most people compete, compare, or clash. Effective people combine. They know diversity isn't a weakness, it's a strength. The quiet thinker plus the bold speaker. The creative dreamer plus the practical planner. Together, they create something neither could achieve alone. That's synergy. 1 + 1 = 3. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. A woodsman was once cutting a tree with a dull saw. He worked harder and harder, sweating and exhausted. A passerby asked, "Why don't you stop and sharpen your saw?" The woodsman replied, "I don't have time. I'm too busy cutting." That's how most of us live. We grind, we hustle, and eventually we burn out. Effective people do the opposite. They stop to sharpen their saw. They invest in 4 areas: the body, through exercise and proper rest; the mind, through reading and learning new skills; the heart, through relationships and kindness; and the soul, through reflection and purpose. Because true effectiveness isn't just about doing more, it's about becoming more. Final thoughts and outro. Here's the truth. Being effective isn't about luck, talent, or even intelligence. It's about habits, the daily choices that add up to a life of purpose. So remember, be proactive. Begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. Think win-win. Seek first to understand. Synergize, and always sharpen your saw. These are the 7 habits that can transform your life. The real question is simple. Which habit will you start practicing today? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to know. And if this video gave you even one idea to use in your life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Because effectiveness isn't just personal, it's contagious. It can inspire everyone around you.